Hello, and welcome back to Food Entertainment. For my review of a film that actually was surprising to me, is a very good movie. I actually don't have anything bad to say about this film. Now I know that a lot of people probably do. Now it would be 2019's Child's Play. Now don't confuse this movie with the Child's Play franchise. This is an entirely different movie. Different direction, different concept. The only thing that is relatable to it is the overall Kickstarter to the plot of the movie. That's it. Everything else is very different. I'm not even sure if it's actually Andy Barclay in this movie. It actually might be something else. Yeah, it doesn't even say Barclay. It just says Andy and Karen. So last name's not even used. So that's the difference right there. All right. Now, what did I like about this movie so much? I like the fact that it's so different from from what I thought it was going to be. I thought this was going to be another page by page, script by script, scene by scene remake of the original movie. It's not. It's not. All right. It's not voodoo magic with some serial killer possessing a doll. Believe it or not, that this film is actually realistic. To give you a little idea, this franchise, the Child's Play franchise, forgive me, I'm not going to get the box set and show that too, is fantasy horror. This can actually happen in real life. That's how different it is. Let me explain. Alright. The basic concept of this movie, before I go to the plot of it, is an artificial intelligence toy. An artificial intelligence doll for children. Having malfunctions with this programming turn it into a violent AI. That's basically it. And it's basically how it is. That's basically what the movie is in a lot of ways with the direct concept of the film. So, nothing like the original 7 films now, is it? Mark Hamill voices Chucky in this movie. And it's just the Chucky doll. And I might add the kid, Andy, picked the name Chucky in this. So, again, very different. This film is a lot more grotesque, I would say. A lot of the kills in the Child's Play films have always been very generic, except for maybe in the later films. This one is quite much of a gore fest. Alright. Plot of the movie. I'm going to take a guess here. I would say Taiwan. I would say Taiwan because China has an economy and would usually hire regular people to make their shit. And obviously, a little thing people should know about how the world trade market actually works, which is why I'm opposed to people attacking it. Thanks a lot, government, for doing that. Good idea. You're going to make the economy crash. Yes, I'm talking to all of you out there that think that's a good idea. Look it up. You will find this out. I don't want to take too much time on this, but I had to say something. These companies that you think are created in other countries are not. most of them are actually created in the United States of America. I am a factory worker, alright? So, people out there that are not factory workers, you have no say in any of it. I'm a factory worker. I am a minority, not just because I'm white. I'm also a minority because I don't drink alcohol and I don't do drugs. That is not the case with the vast majority of American factory workers. So what happens is the company creators and owners in the United States of America actually pay money to factory workers overseas in another country to manufacture the products. And the reason why the managers over there in those countries are threatening your life to make quality products is because the whole concept of people paying from the United States of America for people from other countries to manufacture stuff is to have guaranteed quality products. Which means you cannot screw up at all because you're having billionaires from America paying you money to make the product. And it has to be perfect. You can't have any problems at all. As opposed to paying people in America to manufacture their products who are hungover or drunk at the time, or they're withdrawing from drugs, or they're high at the time. Which means you're guaranteed to have poor product. It's sad because I actually am a factory worker and I am an American. And I do live in America. But that is the facts. I'm sorry, but that's the way it is. That's actually the way it is. That's the facts. Alright. Well, in Taiwan, they're making, of course, these AI dolls. And one of the workers is not doing that great of a job. So, he's told, you're fired. And in Taiwan, it is a ghetto, so this guy will go back to the streets. So, he sabotages the AI programming of the doll that he's working on before committing suicide. That doll, obviously, like with all the other dolls, goes to America, to the billionaire that paid people money in Taiwan to make the dolls. That particular defective doll eventually comes to our main character, Andy. They know it's defective in the beginning because they can't talk right. It's delay time within his programming. But they figure it's okay and it's safe. The doll takes a liking to Andy and gets obsessed with Andy. And because the protocols of the programming of the AI doll that art is put there to prevent the doll from being violent are not there. So, every time a doll sees something or someone that wants to hurt Andy, the doll gets violent. When Andy finds out about this, Andy tries to get rid of the doll, but the doll is obsessed with him because it's imprinted on him through AI or artificial intelligence. So it starts killing people that Andy is taking a liking to force Andy to be his friend forever because it's in his programming. Or should I say, it's not his programming, but his programming is like malfunctioned. So, basically, towards the climax of the movie, Fruitfall comes out about this doll. Not the truth on what happened with the creation of the doll, but the fact that this doll's AI is malfunctioning. This happens when the doll actually uses this AI, I guess what you call Bluetooth Wi-Fi type of thing, I guess, in this movie. I'm not sure what the hell you call it. I would actually call it just the fact that it can sync with devices that are manufactured from the same company that he is manufactured from. So he literally starts fucking with the AI of any toy that is made from the same factory and company that he is from. It makes them all go berserk. Tries to kill people with them in a toy store. Eventually, Andy and his friends do dismember and destroy the doll, obviously. But that's pretty much the plot of the movie. But like I said, very different movie. Very, very different movie. Quality. I'm a little disappointed a little bit with... this is right, but he actually officially released it. Universal or 20th Century. Alright. I'm very upset with 20th Century Fox on this. I'll tell you why. I don't see a reason why this movie should not have had a very nice Dolby Atmos or DTS-X source track. But it does not. It has a DTS HD Master Audio track, and that is very, very disappointing to me. But let's go on to picture. This is very interesting. This is the only singular movie inspired by or part of the Child's Play franchise, or a complete remake in completely a different take of the Child's Play franchise that isn't 240 by 1 widescreen format. All the other films before this have always been in 185, except for Curse and Cult, which were in 178 by 1 widescreen. So it was very interesting to see this movie in a 240 by 1 widescreen format. And it did not disappoint. I actually really liked it. The audio's not bad. I mean, it did kind of feel like it was a three-dimensional sound source watching it. But the fact that it actually isn't a three-dimensional sound source was a little disappointing. And I'm sorry, but I did not have 4K Blu-ray in this house. It does not make any sense. In order to get 4K Blu-ray compatible equipment in this house, the cheapest thing there actually would be the Blu-ray player. Now that I could hook up to anything, but it wouldn't make any sense to get it, because I don't have a 4K television. And a 4K television, yeah, that's something that's realistic. I could get that. But people, I'm kind of accustomed to watching movies theatrically too in this house. And do you know how much it costs for a projector with 4K? Yeah. People out there that know about projectors know how much that costs. So, I don't have 4K. And so, I'm one of those guys out there that has a problem when you have to buy the 4K version of a movie to get the actual source track of the movie, audio-wise, that was actually used on the big screen. So I am disappointed.